Food price inflation. They tell us it's come down to 14.8%. But the food on supermarket shelves has not. There seems to be a misunderstanding, yeah. Just because food price inflation has come down to 14.8%, it doesn't mean to say your food is going to be any cheaper on the supermarket shelves. No. It just means it's not going to be getting as expensive as quickly as it was before. Food price inflation would have to be in the minuses for the price of food to come down. And many supermarkets, well, they've been absorbing the additional costs. Yes, their turnovers have gone up, but their profit margins have been squeezed. They've been sucking it up, that they have. They can't do it forever, no. And some supermarkets have already started to put up those prices. So if you do see food price inflation come down, it don't mean to say you're going to see it on the supermarket shelves. In fact, the prices are still going up. Well, that's the supermarkets for you. But what about old Joe Bloggs, who happens to have a market stall, such as this geezer? Yeah, not that geezer, because he's the presenter that he is. So let's listen to what he had to say. And then the actual market trader.
Even though inflation has fallen by just over 1%, the prices continue to go up. It might be that the rate of that climb, though, isn't quite as dramatic. Food is the one area of worry. 14.8%, those prices rising, these latest figures show from the Office for National Statistics.
Well, in our fresh produce took a massive hit in Brexit. Brexit made a big difference, 75%.
Let me just listen to that again. What's it you said again? Take that down there. There you go.
In our fresh produce took a massive hit in Brexit.
Okay, in Brexit. He said in Brexit. There you go. He's a market trader. Now, they notoriously voted for Brexit. I'm not saying he did, but many of them did. Just like they want their pounds and ounces back. Crazy, it really is. It's nuts. But why is that? Well, did they fall for these kind of idiots, such as this one?
I want British people to have cheap clothing and footwear the day we leave the European Union.
Jacob Rees-Mogg, Doff Cap Forlock and all that. He told everybody in 2016 that they'd be better off if they voted for Brexit. Their food would be cheaper, their clothes would be cheaper, the shoes would be cheaper, everything would be cheaper. But it's not. Everything is more expensive because it's more difficult to trade. And on top of that, we've got obviously the war in Ukraine, the price of fuel, what have you, energy prices are all going through the roof. But we've got Brexit. Because we're special, you see, here in the UK, we're special. Painful, I would say. Well, anyway, yeah, please beat the old like button. It helps channel, you know. It's about time we stopped listening to these people. Brush them under the carpet and stamp them out. Get rid of them. Vote them out in the next general election. They're damaged you, you see. That they have. They drew you into their mindset. Well, they had ulterior motives, you see. Because they had money stashed abroad. And they didn't want to abide by the EU rules. Got exposed anyway for the Pandora Papers, but anyhow. They didn't want to be exposed. So many things have been stamped out. The Russia report, the Pandora Papers, all these things. Why aren't we talking about them? Because the media. Because the media backs people, which it did beat them, backs people like Jacob Rees-Mogg. Maybe that's what he needed. He needed a good old beating as a kid, maybe. I don't know. No, I'm not condoning that, obviously. Anyway, you tell me. Where do we go from here? And for me, I grow my own food. It makes sense to me. It does. Do what we can to keep the prices down, the cost of living down. But not everyone's that fortunate. No. Not in a position to do it. It's what you're going to do. To manage your food costs. Go on a diet, maybe. Maybe I should. That's it, it may be about it. But anyway, that's another story. Anyway, while you're here, please beat the old like button, like I say, because it does help the channel, you know. It really does. And maybe subscribe if you haven't done so already. A little bell icon down there, yeah. Because then you get a warm fuzzy feeling in your pocket every time I upload another video. And if you want to support the channel otherwise, there's Patreon or Buy Us a Coffee, and the links down below. There's also memberships that there is. Part of the Wally crew. Yeah. Wally's my dog, you know. Anyway, it's time for me to go. I was going to say ta-ta, you know. So, ta-ta. And have a lovely day.